personalized license plates are big business here in Arizona, but one Valley man's personalized plate was almost taken away from him.
Yeah, he's a U of A fan. Enough said. And his plate is poking fun at ASU. But the state was not laughing and almost revoked his plate.
Wow.
Christy Siefkin live with more on what happened next. Now, I'm an ASU fan, obviously. I went there. And I don't think this was right to try to pull this guy's plate, even though I don't like the message.
Somebody at DMV is obviously an ASU grad, right?
Well, and it's funny, we talked about that a little bit earlier, thinking there are many ways that the story could go, many reasons why perhaps they wanted to recall that plate. And in fact, he'd said that over time, most people really loved this plate. They gave him compliments about it, thumbs up as they drove by. Even ASU grads complimented him on it, John. But that's why he thought it was so strange when he got this letter in the mail saying he had to give his plate back or else he'd lose his registration. Arizona Wildcats alum Josh Miller bleeds red and blue, broadcasting his feelings with this custom plate reading LOL ASU.
This was just kind of a fun way to poke a little fun at him, to kind of spark the rivalry, so to speak.
This fall, someone decided the joke wasn't so funny. Josh received a letter from ADOT regarding an anonymous complaint about his plate.
Basically saying that I could submit a written appeal, and otherwise, if I choose not to appeal, I can surrender my plate.
Josh appealed, was denied, then reached out to ADOT on Twitter, only to receive this.
There are no further appeals, so that was, kind of a set in stone, I thought. And so at that point, I decided to try to go viral with it.
Josh headed to social media, including posting on his Twitter account and to this Facebook page for Arizona Wildcat fans. You'll see here he even started a hashtag, Save Josh's Plate. He also started a petition on change.org, getting hundreds of signatures in just a couple of days. Today, just 2 days after starting his campaign, Josh received yet another letter from ADOT, this time bearing good news for fans who yell "bear down."
Basically says your license plate will not be canceled. So my campaign worked.
Josh says he's pleased that one person's opinion didn't limit his freedom of speech. And as for the one who complained,
I hope you have better things in your life to worry about than my license plate.
Right.
Are you sure that isn't lots of love, ASU?
it could be. I think that's what he meant when he requested the plate in the first place.
Well, and
Josh, you're a wild man.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's fun.
I'm sure DMV didn't want to have Wildcat Nation at their doorstep complaining. That's a lot of people.
It's funny because you really look at, the statutes that are out there. There was a statute cited in his letter, and his license plate doesn't seem to fit with any of that. It's not inappropriate. It's not obscene. And I think that's why he was so shocked. And I actually showed some people that we met just wandering around downtown Phoenix today a picture of that plate, and everyone's reaction was the same. It's funny. It's a joke. Even
clever.
a girl who is an ASU grad, she's like, what's the big deal?
This is what makes a rivalry fun.
Yes.
I mean, we're all living in this community, but there's a little bit of a battle there.
You got to have a little bit of that in the side.
They have to live in the same state. They have to be able
to
tolerate each other. Yeah, it's very true.
And we don't. No, we do.
Well, there's one Friday every year that you don't.
That's when it gets rough.
Friday after Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
That's when that plate is completely inappropriate.
We don't want to get him worked up, Carrie. Maybe let's not talk about that anymore.
He's always worked up.
Josh,
that's true.
Bad.